Hi guys, and welcome to RCC Adventures. Now today is the continuation of the Chrysler part of the last video. So we're taking the prop off. So yeah, should be fun. Let's get to it.
Déjame una vez, te perdono. Déjame otra vez, no te conozco. Yo te di todo. Déjame sola hoy en la mañana. Déjame para allá, se va la gana. Yo te di todo. Siempre me dices que me amas, pero siempre en la cama. Cuando digo que te amo, sé que no te vale nada. No me juegues como ajedrez. Siempre me dices que me amas, pero siempre en la cama. Cuando digo que te amo, sé que no te vale nada. No me juegues como ajedrez. Yo te confié en ti, mis secretos, y yo viví por ti, sentí completo. En el final, no importa. Siempre me dices que me amas, pero siempre en la cama. Cuando digo que te amo, sé que no te vale nada. No me juegues como ajedrez. Siempre me dices que me amas, pero siempre en la...
Right, as you can see, after stopping filming, I managed to get it off. The rubber at this end was absolutely seized on, and I've tried penetrating on and everything else, and finally it gave go. And as you can see, that joint does seem to be a little bit loose, and the rubber, as you can see, is perished. So that's probably the reason for it to be vibrating. And also, when I was trying to remove this, I sheared a bolt which mounts this to the car, as you can see through my reflection. So I've got to try and work out and drill that out. So now we'll start to strip it down.
Cuando digo que te amo, sé que no te vale nada. No me juegues como ajedrez. Siempre me dices que me amas, pero siempre en la cama. Cuando digo que te amo, sé que no te vale nada. No me juegues como ajedrez. Siempre me dices que me amas, pero siempre...
So yeah, the prop's off now, and yeah, some of the parts are, but they had it really. Mainly the centre bearing, which I've got here, which I'll show you. Obviously, it was taken apart, so this is what it looks like that, and you can see it's really not happy. I know you've seen it already, but it's really not happy. All that cracking and grazing, and we looked at a new one, and it should be, I can do it, about there. So it's sort of centre. It's supposed to be centre anyway, so that's not centre. The rest of the rubbers, they're not too bad. It was that one that was at fault. A couple of the other ones there. Can't remember which way it went. I think that's the back end, this is the front end towards where the end of the gearbox. The other one's from the diff. Can't quite remember, but yeah, that one has had it. But what we also are doing today is we're doing the leak test. So I'm going to get some fuel out of that little generator there, because the generator doesn't work because the car decided to fall apart. So I'm going to have to get some fuel out of that, and then we're going to do a leak test on this. Obviously first there's 3 holes there that need to be filled, which I need to get the spark plugs out of that one, which is the one, if you remember in the end of the video, the valves are shot. Well and truly, parts missing off them. So yeah, we'll do that now. Get some spark plugs out of that one into this one, and then it's ready to do the leak test. Obviously, when you get the fuel as well. But I digress. Let's move on. Yeah, what I forgot to mention in that bit as well about the prop shaft was the we're having to wait for parts now. So we obviously got it all off, and we're now waiting on. I think we ordered them from Autodoc, and waiting a little while. They've been dispatched, so we're waiting for those parts to turn up, so we can actually put it back together, put the car back together, and get it back on the ground again. So yeah, so that'll be in a future video where obviously we put the prop shaft back together, put it in the car, put the exhaust back on. So that will need my help with that because it's a two-man job, and we'll get it up, make sure it's all hunky-dory, put it back on the ground, test drive the cars, make sure it's all good, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be. So yeah, let's get back to what I was on about before. Right, let's move that one to one side for a minute. We'll get the other one so we can get the spark plugs out of it. Yes, if you have a look at that, if you can probably see it, because I'm not actually looking at the camera itself. Yeah, you can see there's quite a few things wrong there. Alright, so we need to turn it this way so I can get the spark plugs out, which are this side. I would like to do it the other way, but the chain guide's in the way. So let's find my spark plug socket. It's the correct size. I'm hoping you can see me because not good if you can't. Not a good job.
Cuando digo que te amo, sé que no te vale nada, no me juegues como ajedrez.
See what happens. And if his head is good, then this head can go in the car, which means then we can actually get closer to you know, getting the thing running, which would be awesome. Also, you get head gaskets, get some sump paste for the sump. Well, yeah. So far, so good, I think. There's nothing really worrying that there's no fuel just suddenly gushing out, which is good. I'm happy with that. But we'll give it some time. Right, okay, so that's 10 minutes. Turns out the first one that we were doing is the best one. It is losing some, but there's one that's in particular that is losing more. But I'm not 100% sure whether the valve has seated properly or not. Or is seated properly. So I'll show you. You know that one? That's the first thing we did. A little bit's come out of it, it's not too bad. That's a little bit more. Yeah, that's quite bad, that one. So whether that is actually due to the fact that there is quite a bit getting through, or the valve is not 100% shut properly, I don't know, but it is coming out of the inlet, out of that one quite considerably. You see it dripping out of that one as well, where that one is dry. If we look on the other side, the exhaust side is dry, so maybe that inlet isn't shut properly, not fully, because to be fair, that one and those two look almost the same. That one has lost quite a bit, in fact quite a lot. So I think I'm going to dry that one out and see whether actually the valve looks like it's shut properly or not. But to be fair, that's after 10 minutes, it's not too bad. It's not horrendous anyway. So we'll see. Let's dry that one out and have a look at the valve. See if it is seated or not. All three are definitely losing some. That one being worse. But we'll see. It's not like they've gone like it was through an open hole straight away, so it's not too bad, but yeah. Try and dry this out. It may seem worse than it actually is, so we will see. Doesn't look like it's gone through the spark plug holes anyway. It looks as shut as the others. It's not horrendous, we can redo it. Definitely looks shut from here anyway. And the others have still got fuel in them. I don't think it's going through the spark plug holes. Right, that spark plug's dry, that spark plug's dry, that spark plug's dry. It's definitely wet this side, so that's going through the inlet. Yeah, the first one that we started putting fuel in is doing the best. So it might be that we need to do another leak test when we checked the cameras actually at top dead centre properly, because it might not have been. But it was a good initial test. More head scratching, but I'm going to end it there, guys. But yeah, if you like what you see, guys, if you could subscribe to my channel, it would be wonderful. And if you could like this video and give it a comment, and why not go check out the rest of my videos. I try and do it 3 to 5 days when the next upload is, so if you can do that for me, that'd be great. And also why not try and find me on social media. I'll put all the stuff in the links below, and there is a Facebook group that you can join, which is Random Car Club, which is funny enough on my hat. and it's on there, and yeah, not much else to say really, guys. So yeah, cheers. Definitely look all the same to me.